Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you have seen my previous video, I spoke about how to cross the border from Mexico to United States through Nuevo Laredo border, and this video is continuation of that. This is the video where we started from Querétaro, traveled towards Monterrey, and from there we crossed the border at Nuevo Laredo to Texas. So we started from Querétaro at around 6:30 a.m. Our nephew had visited us from United States in his car. He just came to visit us and to explore Mexico. So while going back, we joined him. It was me and my daughter, older daughter, who joined him. My husband and younger daughter could not come with us. So it took us around 8 hours to reach Monterrey. And just to let you know that on the way to Monterrey, there are hardly one or two places where you would find good food. Unfortunately, we couldn't stop there, so we stopped here for a quick washroom break, and there was no food here, to be honest. So we continued going. We had snacks in our bag, but we did not really wanted to eat snacks. So we reached Monterrey in 8 hours, and after that, while we were going through Nuevo Laredo, is where we took a break. This is the first place where we went to check if they had good food, but they didn't have anything for us, so we didn't have food there. And next, we went to Carl's Jr. That was the only stop that was after Monterrey. So we had our lunch here. By the time we had lunch, it was around 3 p.m. And again, until you reach the border, you will not find any good restaurants to have food. So as I mentioned before, our nephew came all the way from US in his car. So the only thing he had to do while coming in his car from US is take a permit at the border. A car permit has to be taken at the border, and of course the car should be on his name. He should have the car insurance. So he just showed those papers, and he had to pay a deposit while taking the permit. So that was the only requirement. So while going back from Mexico to US, he needs to cancel that permit. Only then he can cross. I mean, you can cross even if you don't cancel it, but it would be a problem in your next visit. So when we reached border, we first looked for the place where we could go and cancel the permit. So we went directly to that office and got the car permit cancelled, and then we went back and stood in the line. So as I said, we reached Nuevo Laredo by 5 p.m. and this place is really a small town, so you don't really see anything fancy restaurants or anything. Also, we didn't want to stop anywhere after buying the Carl's Jr. We directly wanted to cross the border because we didn't know how much time it would take to cross the border. Because sometimes it takes 2 hours, sometimes it depends, on the crowd. Since it was a weekday, we hope that it won't take much time. So we were looking for that office where we could go and cancel the permit. It was the same place where he had submitted for the car permit. So we were directly going there. Also, as I mentioned in my previous video, the if you are a Mexican or if you're an Indian, the only thing you need to have is the US visa, and also the proof that you are here, on a valid visa like your FM3 or your permanent resident card. This is not the first time that we were crossing the border. We have crossed the border before also through same Nuevo Laredo, because that is the closest border to Querétaro. So this is the place where we had come to cancel the permit, and there in the front on the bridge is where we have to go after this. So I could already see that there was a big line there, and on the other side there was also an outlet and where people were crossing the border by walking. So finally, we came and joined the line where we have to cross the border, and the line was moving really slow. So we were really not sure how long it would take, but luckily, it took us like only 2 hours, which I think is the shortest, because usually it takes 2 hours to 8 hours. You don't have to get down from the car, you have to sit in the car. You just have to follow these cars, and the first thing they do is scan your car when you reach near the immigration office. That is in order to check if you're carrying anything inappropriate, like any guns or any illegal things that you're carrying. You are not supposed to carry any meat or plants and all these things. So that would be scanned. So your car would be scanned first, and then you would go to a counter, like a toll counter, where the immigration officer would check your passport and your Mexican card, the FM3 or the permanent resident card. So we finished that in like 2 hours, and here we are crossing the border and reaching Texas border. By the time we reached here, it was 8 o'clock, and because of the change of time, in Mexico it would have been 7, but by the time we reached here, it was 8. And you still see that there is light. I think it was because of the daylight saving. We had not booked any motels or hotels beforehand because we wouldn't know at what time where we would reach. So we decided to drive, and then when we are really tired, we decided to take a hotel or a motel. So and we also wanted to take some economical motels. We didn't want to invest on big hotels this time. So we drove for 1 hour more, and we reached in a place where there were decent hotels, and that's where we stayed back on that night. The petrol cost is really economical in Texas. So we filled the tank full, and then we were just looking at these stores which are near the gas stations, and we were so impressed because just a day before in Costco we bought those chocolates in double the price, and here the prices were so low. We also had our dinner. There was a Subway there, so we just had our dinner there. And after that is when we went to rest in our hotel. So that was our day one of our travel to US. Hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care. Bye.